Welcome to Wrestling News and Opinions reaction to SummerSlam 2015. Took place August 23rd at the Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York. And we had a title versus title match. Jon Cena, the United States Champion, versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. And man, this is another match where you just scratch your head and it's just, where to start once again. I mean, that match, the right before was, and then this, I mean, it's just a microcosm of everything that's wrong with WWE, and it just, oh my god, man. And what's really messed up about this is just a subtle, slight change would have made this, like, a 5-star match, because it was an excellent match until the finish. Throughout the match, it was so good. Seth Rollins is awesome, and so is Jon Cena. People like to hate on Cena, but Cena is one of the greatest of all time. But this match right here, the way they did this, it just made no sense at all. This match was a big middle finger to every wrestling fan, especially the internet wrestling fans. It was like, yeah, F you. And it was all done strictly for the mainstream. That's it. Just for the picture of Stewart. Oh, man. Just so bad. The match up until that point, though, was awesome. And let's go over this match, alright? A match that I actually was enjoying the match so much. And just was like, wow, this is great. What a great match. This is so awesome. So entertaining to watch, Seth Rollins and Jon Cena go at it. Two excellent performers. And that's the thing that makes me so mad. When you got so much talent on the WWE roster and they just waste it with horrendous writing that makes no freaking sense. Oh my god. And just really, it's just, Alright, check this out. Seth Rollins comes to the ring dressed as a babyface. The whole entire match, he is wrestling as a babyface. He didn't do anything heel. The only heel thing that happened in this match was the finish. The whole entire match, he's wrestling as a babyface. The whole audience is behind Seth Rollins. Part of that is because they're against Cena, so it's not necessarily that they're for Rollins, except that he's wrestling as a face. Because, look, the match when you're watching, that's why I say it's a big FU and a middle finger to the internet wrestling community, because everybody's been saying on the wrestling community about how, Seth Rollins as a heel just doesn't work, how you need to turn him face because he is awesome. He's got incredible aerial maneuvers, and once you unleash that, you just, pull the reins off him, so to speak, and let him actually be a face. He can actually just cut loose and kick ass and do these awesome moves, which he was doing in this match. But heels don't do those types of moves. Heels do not do spectacular aerial maneuvers. Why is that? Because when you do a spectacular aerial maneuver, high-flying moves, it will get a cheer from the audience. That's the natural reaction, is that when you see some awesome high spot, you're gonna cheer, you're gonna ooh, you're gonna ah. But you can't do that for a heel, because then he's getting over. Now the heel is turning face. And that's what was happening in this match. In this match, Rollins was a face. He made the face turn. The problem is, though, they're not going to turn Cena heel, which they should just freaking do it already, man. And he's willing to do it. Just freaking do it. Just have the freaking courage to do it, because... And they should have done it a long time ago, because you could go back and forth, and then it'd be fine. This is wrestling. But no, instead, they just don't want to pay any attention to the fans at all. And they just want to shit all over the friggin' business. And just, drive everyone away. That's why the friggin' ratings are so low. They're just driving the fans away in droves. It's amazing you can sell out, but really, Barclays is cool and everything, and yeah, that's where the Nets play and all that, but it's not that many seats. It really isn't. It's a small venue. And when they do crap like this, How do you expect to sell out the Cowboy Stadium for WrestleMania 32? Doing crap like this. Oh my god. Because what look, the match they said it was good. Except that then after an entire awesome match which had some very cool spots, like when Rollins did the AA, that was so awesome. When he did that to Cena, very cool spot. And even, Cena had some good stuff that he did as well. He was selling really well, taking a lot of punishment from Rollins as he was doing some awesome aerial maneuvers. The frog splash he did was very cool. He was also when he did that superplex and then like the sit down like power bomb or whatever. It was just so awesome. Right there, he should have won. Seth Rollins right then. He did a lot of stuff in this match where that should have been the finish, and it deserved to be, and it didn't make any sense other than it's Super Cena, right? But the thing is, like I said, Rollins is wrestling as a face. He's getting the cheers. Everyone's going wild for Rollins. He's being actually accepted by the audience finally. No one cares about heel Rollins. He doesn't get over. No one cares. No one watches heel Rollins when he's doing his promos. It's not entertaining. But here, Rollins is a face. You've seen it right here. And it was very entertaining. The crowd was very engaged. And then what do? They have Jon Stewart run out. And this was after, the referee was knocked out, which is pretty stupid. Like Cena covers him and Michael Cole, and like the announcing is just horrendous. It's such bad announcing. They should have Jim Ross or Mario Ranallo doing the announcing because these guys are just such garbage. Michael Cole sucks. It's funny too because earlier Jon Stewart had a backstage promo where he was talking with Paul Heyman, and it was pretty entertaining, that promo with Jon Stewart and Paul Heyman. And earlier they had another one with Stewart when he was talking about The Undertaker, and then The Undertaker walked by, and he said it was this guy. And so then we went to go talk to Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman intercepted him, and he wouldn't let him talk to Brock because he's like, no, you said your guy is The Undertaker. And then they had some back and forth and everything. And what was funny is Stewart said that, people paid to see perfection at WrestleMania 30, but they robbed, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman robbed the people. And then they rubbed the salt in the wound and in their face. And he said that it was like Christmas morning and they went to open the present. But what was there? A piece of coal. And I thought, was it a piece of Michael Cole? Because he is garbage on the mic. He's just gotten so lazy. At one point he said, had. He goes, this is earlier in the evening. Rusev had a broken ankle. Like, what? And you're a friggin' broadcast journalist? You're a professional announcer? He doesn't even know the names of any of the moves. Friggin', it's just ridiculous. Mario Ranallo knows every move back and forth like the back of his hand. He calls out all the action. New Japan is so much more entertaining because of it. Jim Ross, back in his time when he was the announcer, that's how it's done. Vince McMahon, he was a great announcer. Back in the day, Lawler used to be good, and for sentimental reasons, it's nice to have him out there. But with, Cole and JBL, it's just, you can't have three guys who are weak. Like I said, Lawler, I love Lawler, don't get me wrong, and he used to be one of the best announcers, but now he's just out there, like I said, for sentimental reasons, and that's cool if you got two strong guys with them. If you had, like, Mario Ranallo and Ross out there with Lawler, that works. But Michael Cole just has gotten so lazy, so complacent. It just freaking sucks. But anyway, back to this match. Jon Stewart comes out, and Jon Stewart hits John Cena. Like, man, this was so horribly choreographed. The whole thing of, like, is he going to hit him? Is he going to hit him? Thing is, too, I predicted this. I should have uploaded the video. But because Jon Stewart was hosting, I was like, Jon Stewart's hosting? I told my bro, I'm like, I think he's actually going to get involved and cost John Cena the title and the match. It's the only thing that makes sense because Jon Stewart can't help Cena win because for him to help him, it's like a heel thing for him to, to cheat to win. Cena don't cheat to win, so he's going to have to get involved, and they're going to do the swerve because they had the whole thing with The Daily Show, and they made you think that, Jon Stewart and Seth Rollins had beef. And then that would be the surprise. He'd come out and then, back and forth. And then it happened, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. And it makes me, mad at myself for even thinking it was going to happen. Because it was like, oh, I can't believe my nightmares come true. But look, the thing is, a small, slight, little difference, and it would have been okay. It would have been passable. They could have made it work. Because here's the way you make it work. The exact same thing, even though I thought they could have choreographed it better, and really preferably the way to do it would be to have Stewart just distract Cena, and then Rollins does whatever to get over on him. But to have Jon Stewart actually unleash an offensive maneuver on Jon Cena? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's just, man... That's are they trying to kill wrestling? Are they trying to put the nails in the coffin of wrestling? Are you kidding me? Man, here's the slight little change. If you're going to do it how they did it, all you have to do to make it work and to make this an awesome match, and it would have been just so good, with just the slightest, smallest change, just have Jon Stewart hand the chair to Rollins. If Jon Stewart hands the chair to Rollins, then everything's fine. But for Jon Stewart to hit Cena with the chair, with the weakest chair shot in the history of the business, and then that's how Seth Rollins wins, after he did some crazy, incredible stuff earlier in the match that should have won the match, but the weakest chair shot, that's what took Cena out. Are you kidding me? If Jon Stewart walked up to me and hit me with a chair like that, I would then grab the chair and smash it over his head. And I'm not Jon Cena. Jon Cena should be tougher than me. I'm pretty sure Jon Cena is way stronger than I am and could kick my ass. So then how come a guy who I would flick away with my finger and just shoo away like a fly or a mosquito somehow was able to take out Jon Cena? Man, that is freaking so stupid and such an insult to every single wrestling fan. It's they don't want any wrestling fans. Just we only care about the mainstream. We don't care about the fans that buy the network. We don't care about wrestling fans. We know that they're always gonna be here and they've got nowhere to go. Well, guess what? There's New Japan Wrestling. There's Ring of Honor Wrestling. There's, Lucha Libre, AAA. There's all kinds of stuff. There's Chikara. There's, New York Upstate Wrestling. There's Insane Wrestling in Scotland. There's other wrestling in the world. It's not as if the only wrestling is WWE. And notice I didn't even say TNA. Because TNA has the same exact problems, except even worse. Because their writing is just garbage. They've got a lot of talent, just like WWE has a lot of talent. And you see WWE, these guys do the best. They're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. It's as if WWE is turned into the reverse Midas. They turn manure in, they take gold and turn it into manure. Straight bullshit. Man, Jon Stewart should never, ever, ever get an offensive move. And it's crazy, too, because you've seen earlier in the card, they had a celebrity appearance done, right, with Steve Amell, where he got believable offense in. That was a little questionable, but it was acceptable because it was believable, and it worked. And he held his own in the ring. He looked like he belonged in the ring. And when the offense he did made sense. It looked good. He took a beating, and that Steve Amell, that celebrity spot was done right. And then this one was done wrong. It was horrible. It was just exactly what you should not do with a celebrity. It actually even takes away from the Steve Amell thing to have Jon Stewart come in and do that. It just takes away from every single wrestler on the card. It makes everybody on this card look like a chump. It makes the whole wrestling business just expose it. It is just the fakest thing ever. man, and I'll tell you, that's just not right. When you see the hardcore action that these guys are doing, they were doing some pretty amazing stuff throughout the evening and last night too on the NXT show. And you're seeing guys take some freaking punishment, putting their bodies on the line, doing some awesome stuff. And then to have Jon Stewart come in there and then pretty much to emphasize, to reinforce the idea in the mainstream that wrestling is fake. Do you want the mainstream attention that says, Jon Stewart and it's Jon Cena with the chair? And then everybody goes, yeah, that fake, phony, stupid wrestling. Who watches that crap? It's a bunch of fake, phony crap. That's why they say that. And will continue to say that when Jon Stewart comes in and hits Jon Cena with a chair. And that's how the match, that's the finish of what had been up to that point an awesome match. Oh my God. What the fuck? They had the perfect opportunity to turn Seth face and turn things around and make people actually interested in their product, to actually make people turn into Raw the next night. And then they do this just for the cheap freaking attention from them. It's just like, oh yeah, we'll get every internet site and every mainstream coverage because Jon Stewart's a big celebrity. He already was there. He was already there. He didn't need to do that. And he could have been in the ring, in the spotlight. But he doesn't need to get the offense on Cena. That should never happen. And this is, like I said, it's like a nail in the coffin. They're really, it makes me wonder if Vince McMahon, if he's trying to kill the company. If it's he's just oh, I built this company, I'm gonna kill this company. I'm not gonna leave nothing left for Stephanie and Triple H. I'm gonna bury this thing before they get a chance to run it. Because let me tell you, NXT, way better. So much better, the way they handle NXT. And WWE even screws that up. Which, next we got the match with the, divas. It's just making no sense after last night, where they're just yeah, who cares about NXT and what's going on there? We're just gonna shit all over that too. So, man, this SummerSlam has turned out to be one of the worst SummerSlams ever. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Whether you agree or disagree, either way. Maybe you totally disagree. Maybe you liked seeing a 70-year-old man. I'm exaggerating a little. He's only maybe 60-something. But gray hair, tiny little dude who never even been in a fight in his entire freaking life. Who literally did not look like he belonged at all. Man, they say, this is a dude who be whistling Stranger in Paradise in a friggin' men's locker room. He don't belong there. He'd be like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Friggin', man, I don't think Jon Stewart, hey man, he's a funny dude. He's a very talented guy. The stuff he did backstage was awesome. But man, he's not an athlete. I don't think he ever played any kind of sport. And he sure as heck has never fought nobody. Whether even maybe he fought somebody in grade school. Maybe. Doubt that. He probably joked his way out of it. You know what I mean? He's a joke. He's a comedian. And it's a joke. They just made a big joke out of wrestling. And this is why they're drawing record low numbers. And no one really cares. And no one takes it serious no more. And it ain't right when you got these awesome wrestlers on this roster that sacrifice their bodies every single day, every single night. Especially Kevin Owens, who wrestled a ladder match. And then the next night here and later on this card, he's going to wrestle Cesaro. And this is how you do. You friggin' have Jon Stewart in probably one of the most high-profile matches of the evening, title versus title, which is a ripoff of ROH just a couple months ago. Jay Briscoe versus Jay Lethal, title versus title. I wonder where they got that idea. Just like they poach all the Ring of Honor's talent. You notice that everybody on the WWE roster that's hot came from somewhere else. And it's always been that way. Oh, man. It's WWE, where careers go to die. WWE, ruining wrestling one match at a time. continuously. Does wrestling even exist anymore? I don't know. Is sports entertainment all there is? No, it does exist in the independent scene. In NXT, actually, they do wrestle. Man, ugh. And the saddest thing is that it was such a good match until they completely shit all over it. They ruined it with the worst finish. One of the worst finishes I've ever seen, ever. You kidding me? Just garbage. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Either way, I respect your opinion, whether you agree or disagree. And I am interested to see what other people think about this. Am I just being ridiculous and, blowing it out of proportion? Probably. It's just wrestling, right? But it's something that I love. Something that, I don't pay. I know it's only $9.99, but I don't freaking pay for the network. Like, money isn't just, free. I don't have a lot of it. I'm not paying that $9.99 for something that I think is a joke and just freaking crap. Oh, yeah, I spend $9.99 on crap all the time. I don't care. I just throw money away. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. I do appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.